Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Wednesday. This is the Woo Report, episode 137. Oh boy, do we have a game tonight. Devils take on the Flyers tonight at the Prudential Center at 7 p.m. Eastern start. I'll be doing a triple header of podcasts at Todd's Lounge 973 for Game Day Live, State of the Fan Address, and Devils After Dark. Come see me, be there or be square. I'm your host, Sam Wu, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, right now not Twitch. That whole Amazon outage yesterday, cloud outage, just screwed everything up. But we got our studio back in order. Not that we had any downtime, but this is Woo Report, episode 137. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. So gotta support the team. One guy on YouTube Live commented while I was setting up the podcast. So I'm talking about gotta support the team. He's basically saying, I think is what is his name? Gotta look at the comments. Oh my goodness. We are the most commented Devils podcast in the history of New Jersey Devils podcast. His name is Bald DeGia. Stop moaning. Support your damn team no matter what. I'll like it right now, but it's not whining. I am supporting my team. We may have a series of differences. Look, I'm a positive guy. I'm positive about my New Jersey Devils, but I'm holding them accountable lately through my blogs, hockeybuzz.com. You can also see some of my other work, pucksandpitchforks.com as well. Great website, Nick Villano and I do. But I've been a little harsh lately with the Woo Reports. I've been a little harsh lately with Devils After Dark. But you tell it how it is. You hold the team and ownership accountable with this stuff. If I just sit here and say, hey, got to support the team. Oh, we got a damn point the other night, even though we should have got 2 solid points against the Ottawa Senators. Yeah, I'm supporting the team, but you know what? I'm not being realistic. It's time to have the hard conversation and hard truth about the New Jersey Devils organization. Why does this keep on happening? And I discussed this on my blog today. You look across the river, that team that plays in that dump called Madison Square Garden, the New York Rangers. And I wrote this on my blog today, that right now they stand at 14-3-4, their record. Second best in the Metropolitan Division, 2 games in hand against the division-leading Washington Capitals, down by a point. They're in year 3 of the rebuild, right? But somehow they've gotten their team all set because the fans held their ownership group accountable. And what happened? Let's go back in time, February 8, 2018, when they wrote that letter to the fans, which at the time we were laughing at, thinking this is cost-cutting measures. But they told their fans, look, we're going to make some bold moves, some drastic moves to better the future. And then that's what the New York Rangers did. The result, they got 1 first overall pick by luck and a 2nd overall pick for being bad. Their rebuild was beginning in 2018 while the New Jersey Devils started their rebuild, ripping off the Band-Aid in 2015. The fans got restless. The fans held the team accountable. And guess what happened? Tom Wilson incident happened, and the owner got fed up. James Dolan put out that ridiculous press release that was completely unnecessary, but took one for the team, paid a $250,000 fine, made some changes, basically fired everybody, put Chris Drury in charge, someone that is a proven winner on and off the ice, also add him as a Little League world champion as well. And now you see the Rangers turn around their franchise, and now they're on top of the Metropolitan Division. And where did the Devils sit? They sit in the bottom half of the Metropolitan Division, and I am supporting the team because I want to point this out and have a hard conversation with you, the fans, here on the Woo Report, because I am fed up. I am mad with what the direction of this team is going. Not Tom Fitzgerald, not pointing fingers at Lindy Ruff. I'm more mad that we have a culture of losing in New Jersey, and it hasn't stopped. 4-game losing streak sucks. Gaining a loser point on Monday when you should have beaten the Ottawa Senators badly is not what I was expecting out of this team. You are still supporting the team, even your quote-unquote, in all due respect, bald Gia, I think that's how you pronounce your name. You're still supporting the team, even though you're bitching and moaning, because I'm providing solutions here on the podcast of how to rectify the problem. It starts from the top. I said this last season, and I'll say it again this season. It starts with the ownership group. Start treating the Devils fans like your stakeholders, equity stakeholders in your hedge fund. Okay, we have emotional interest in this team, and that's why we are supporting it. I'm not saying cancel your season tickets, hit them where their pocket hurts, but my goodness, I'm starting to think like that. And I can't believe that this team is in the bottom half of the Metropolitan Division, having their kumbaya meetings with the players. I read the article that Amanda Stein put together yesterday. Great article, great content. I think Amanda Stein did a great job with that because it gave us insight what the team is doing. How can you hold a team accountable when you can't point fingers? You got to point fingers at someone. First, this is how you do it. Here's a leadership 101. First, point the fingers at yourselves. I'm responsible because you only control what you control. You control your own destiny. Then secondly, start pointing the fingers around the room. As a team, we're accountable. Goes from the team, the coaches, the GM, whatever. We're all accountable for this mess, this 4-game losing streak. Or should I say the slump that has been slumping since the black jerseys came out, which, by the way, will be on display tonight. Hopefully the new era will translate into winning. But that's wishful thinking. They may win tonight, but you know what? You got to still win the war. Hold each other accountable. Find solutions why you're losing, why you can't make a basic outlet pass from the defense to the forwards. Why is it so sloppy? Why are we having home run passes when we can't even get our basic passes together? Got to support the team. Yay! Let's go Devils. Yay! Come on, guys. We're already in year 6 of this rebuild, and it sucks. Do you think any of us are happy about it? No. But you better have thick skin to have this hard conversation, what needs to be done about this team. And it's not just the ownership group. It's not just the players or the coaches. It's also the fans itself, because we cannot support a losing franchise and team, because now it's starting to become generational. Because before you know it, the rebuild since 2015, ownership group took over in 2013. But I'm being fair here. Ray Shero came in 2015. Now it's almost become, it's good. Before you know, it's going to become a decade. And then it's going to become 2 decades. Sooner or later, it's going to be a whole generation of Devils fans that can legally drink alcohol that have never seen their team win a Stanley Cup. And that's unacceptable, because this team can't even put basic passes together. It's a young team. But we got to have that tough conversation. We are in the New York City metro area, the toughest media market. And we got to be tough. And it's called tough love because we all have an interest in this team as Devils fans. But my goodness, I want to hear something from the ownership. Why is this always happening? We didn't get it last year. All we got were changes. But I want to hear some direction of this team of winning. I love the over-the-top marketing stuff. Trust me. But you don't put it out if the team is losing. Because all you're doing is over-the-top marketing of a lackluster franchise, and it's just an insult to any Devils fans that has any clue about hockey, which most of us do. To be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to be ranting and raving on this Woo Report episode 137 here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. But that just really irked me. Stop your moaning, support the damn team no matter what. Well, if you do that, I mean, you're an idiot. Because I'd rather have fans hold the team accountable than just rah, 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 pay your bucks and watch a losing franchise because it's getting harder. It's getting harder as a Devils fan to defend this team. All right? As offices start to open up and businesses start to open up, let me put you in a mindset. Let's have a focus group meeting, New Jersey Devils. You go to the office, the water cooler talk. Sam, how are those Devils? They suck. Well, you got two Ranger fans, a Flyer fan, and then you get the odd Islander fan sitting at the same water cooler, and you have nothing to talk about your damn black jerseys. Yeah, that's all we have to talk about. And I get this all the time. Sam, how are those New Jersey Devils doing? It seems like you're doing a pretty good podcast. Yeah, well, the podcast is pretty good, but I don't know. This team sucks. Yeah, we got a couple great players, but what are we doing with it? I love Dougie Hamilton. I love Ryan Grace. I love Andres Jansson's season. I love winning, though. And we got to support the team. But where do we go from here as fans? New York Mets fans like myself have been crying and crying and crying. Finally, we get a new owner, Stephen Cohen, that spends money. Okay, you're, in all fairness to HBSC, you're comparing apples and oranges. Okay, there's a salary cap in the NHL. Unlike Major League Baseball, maybe I shouldn't compare that. But you see an owner that freaking cares, that tweets out, that does that kind of stuff, even against his own attorney's wishes. That's what I love. And to be fair, maybe Joshua Harris and David Blitzer aren't those type of people. Maybe they're just not. Maybe it's a personality thing. And that's okay. We're all different. But my goodness, can you engage in the fans some more and show that you really care? I know actions speak louder than words, but sometimes I just, it would be nice to have a press conference with Joshua Harris there and just throwing F-bombs, even though it's not right. I mean, it wasn't right that the Rangers put that out, the press release where the NHL fined them $250,000. But they took one for the team. They did what they had to do to show the fans, hey, we got this. But right now I feel lost. Let me ask you, Devils fans, and I'm going to go to YouTube Live. I'm going to go to Facebook Live. It's noontime. Do you feel lost? How do you support this team when they're losing? And what I mean by losing, I'm not talking just 4 games. I'm talking about the last 6 to 8 years of losing. I'm not used to losing. I remember the days of the losing Devils back in '89. But you knew that they were going to turn it around, and they did it quickly. 95, they had a Stanley Cup to show for it. Right now, we don't even have a playoff berth to get to that Stanley Cup. NY Davey, you're right, Sam. Hope is not a strategy. You're right. You're not. It's not. Whistler, different players, different coach, same results. Exactly. It's a pattern here that keeps on a vicious cycle of hope and disappointment, as I put in my last blog. I think it's Side FXT. They literally don't even look like the same team from beginning of the season. Mets and Devils fans, loyal to a fault, enjoy the pain. Look, at least the Mets are in the right direction. All right. Sometimes we can agree and disagree with moves, and sometimes great moves don't work out, and sometimes bad moves do work out in the end. But my goodness, I would like to, you hear the passion in my voice. I'm not doing this for ratings. I'm not doing this for money, although it would be nice. I'm doing this because I'm passionate and I want to see what's best for New Jersey. And I know it's in the organization, but there needs to be leadership to get that out. And I just can't believe that I'm still talking about the same things I've been talking about since the first time I started this podcast. As a matter of fact, I got to thank the Devils for all this losing, because without that losing, we would have never started this podcast. Actually, it all started from a Facebook rant because the Devils had lost, 15 games in a row? It all started with the Mickey Mouse costume I had to wear because I was running out of material because there was nothing more to bitch about because we're bitching about the same thing. Excuse my language. But I can't believe it. I can't believe this team is still losing, even if they win tonight. It's still in the back of your mind. They should beat the Flyers tonight with 2 solid points. They're in disarray. Heck, the police dog in Philadelphia just crapped on their logo on the ice, the Flyers logo. If you haven't seen it, go on our Twitter page, at Let's Go Devils Pod. NY Davey says that's why it would have been so beneficial for Blake Coleman to come back to the team fresh off of winning 2 cups. Well, in all fairness, the Devils did go after him, but he did go to Calgary for whatever reason. I do credit Tom Fitzgerald for that, trying to get a winner of who's really, we feel, ours. But you know what? There's got to be a reason why Blake Coleman did not come back to New Jersey. Maybe it's because he wants to win. And boy, did Calgary spank us, didn't they, when they came into the Prudential Center. It's all about winning. It's all about winning. And it's all about doing what you need to do to support the team. Got to support the team, like David Putty. Got to support the team. You know, I did see a tweet out there. I can't take credit for it, but unfortunately, don't have that person. He said, why spend millions on players when you can just spend $100,000 on David Putty, Patrick Warburton to satisfy this Devils fan base? And I like that tweet because it's true. It's like, if we have this, got to support this team no matter what mentality. I love the spirit of it, but the problem is you're rewarding losing and you're rewarding mediocrity. We got to hold the team accountable. I feel sorry for the season ticket holder reps because they're on the front lines hearing us complain and complain and complain. And my season ticket holder rep, Ron, I hold back on because I'm sure he gets a lot of complaints. And in all fairness, I asked for a favor from Ron the other day to help a kid out, and it looks like he's going to fulfill that promise, that he's going to get some things done. I don't ask for much, but it means a lot. But that's all fine and dandy. But let's get back to winning here. We got to support the team. We got to support winning. Whistler says, team lacks leadership, finishers, and players that consistently win puck battles. Couldn't agree with you more. I love this team, but you know what? I'm rooting. I'm just praying that, as what Chico Resch hit on the head with Matt Lachlan and Catherine Bogart, one of their videos. What is their identity? Seriously, what is their identity? Any successful organization will have a vision of the future. You must have vision before you could do anything to be successful in life. Now I feel like Tony Robbins, but who cares? I'm running with this. You got to have vision. What's the vision here? Well, obviously the goal here is to win the Stanley Cup. That's Captain Obvious. But what's the vision? What's the direction to get there? Okay, build through the draft. Okay, weaponize the cap. Spend good money. Now you got 2 long-term deals with Nico Hischier and Jack Hughes. But we still don't have winning. And sometimes you're going to have the hard conversations and make hard decisions. And I'll blog about it tomorrow, potentially. In all fairness to David Blitzer and Joshua Harris, I think they've just been too patient. They're not bad people. They've just been too patient. But I would love for them to take that same success that they've had in their respective hedge funds and pour that love and passion into this team. But at some point, I just wonder if they even really have it. But I'm not in the boardroom or the locker room to even know about this stuff. And that's okay. I rather sit here as a fan, and NY Davey says, "Oh, look at the way the Kraken play. Ferocious tenacity, not much talent." And you know what? Coincidentally enough, why is Nathan Bastian on waivers? Maybe he couldn't cut the ferociousness. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be mean to Nathan Bastian. I like him as a player. Remember, I wanted him to still be on the New Jersey Devils during that expansion draft. But hopefully he can bring that ferocious tenacity. The Devils need to get ruthless. They need to get mean. They need to get angry. But they also need to be passionate to drive that. And I know they want to win badly, but they need somebody, or they need each other to lead them into that right direction. That's how you start winning. The winning has to start now, start today. I'm not going to wait till Christmas to find out that the Devils are hopeless out of it, and I'm looking at the 2022 NHL draft. Boy, this has been an action-packed Woo Report. We're almost going into a half an hour. And this should fire you up. As you go to the Prudential Center tonight, before the Devils take on the Philadelphia Flyers, who got pooped on by the Philadelphia Police K-9 unit the other day. They've got a new coach. They're fired up. They're making changes. And I hope you see me at Todd's Lounge 973, triple header of podcasts before, during, and after the game. Don't ask why, how Nick Villano convinced me to do this, but Game Day Live with me and Vinny Parisi before the game. Come say hello. Come say hi. I know some of you people are shy. Sometimes I recognize, but I don't recognize you. Come say hello from 6 feet away and just wave as I'm putting the equipment together. Then during the game, we're going to have State of the Fan address. Our guest is he's the founder of SB Nation, huge Devils fan. Also, founder of Vox. And his name is, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, unfortunately, and I feel embarrassed, but his name is Tyler Blazinski. Talked to him yesterday. He's a comic book writer, Transformer lover, founder of Vox Media, loving husband, proud father, amateur cyclist, New Jersey Devils, and Oakland A's fan for life. Very interesting fella. Follower of the podcast. Follower of our Twitter page, at least, at Let's Go Devils Pod. Very nice guy. We're going to have him on during the game. But if you're watching the game, which I don't blame you, you can get it on the replay, either all of our social media pages, Facebook at Let's Go Devils Podcast, Twitter at Let's Go Devils Pod, our YouTube channel, Let's Go Devils. And then after the game, Devils After Dark, and we'll see what the Devils have done to themselves. Hopefully, it's a big Devils victory, 2 solid points, and everything I said is just, Sam Wu, you're just an idiot. But I caution you, one win does not solve everything, but it would be a step in the right direction, and it's how you win as well. Because I like to see structure. I like to see the basics, the fundamentals executed. I want to see chess match where our coach, Lindy Ruff, Mark Recchi, and Elaine Nazardine outsmarting, outcoaching the opposition. I like to see great goaltending. I like to see winning. And that's all I have to say here on the Woo Report. That's all I have to say. NY Davey, last comment. Going through last comments. So it's kind of like last call for comments, like last call at a bar at Taj Lounge 973. NY Davey on the YouTube Live says, too many European finesse players. True, but not true. Jesper Bratt has grit to his game. We talked about hockey grit. I've been criticized about it. But I think hockey grit can be taught. But skill or some talents cannot be caught, like speed and skill. I don't know. You can kind of develop it. And also Facebook Live, there are a lot of comments, so I got to go through. I support the team, but the coaching is lacking the way they aren't following the art of war principles. Says Jersey Joe. Calgary paid him more, Corbin said. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you're probably right. Don't apologize. This podcast needs more cursing, says Joey. Yeah, but I want to keep it family friendly, right? But a little edgy. Matt Freudenberger. Hello, Matt. When ownership said they wanted to make the Rock a family friendly arena, that ruined the experience at the Rock. Don't get me started on them changing the goals on it. Yeah, that's another podcast for another day. Okay, say what you want about the goal song, but that was a symbolic moment, and the big red flag that came up when Harrison Blitzer bought the team, and opening night, the Devils get the first goal. We're all fired up, and then all of a sudden they play Bon Jovi's, I don't know, not in our house. I don't even know how the lyrics go, and you should see, you want to talk about cursing, you should have seen the Devils fans looking at each other, ready for the old goal song, and they all looked at each other like WTF ? That was a LOL, LMAO moment, and that's when I knew, hey, we may have to teach these guys along the way. So as harsh and critical I have been, we got to support the team and teach these people. Most of these employees aren't even from New Jersey, how we do it in Jersey. Because we have a blueprint of success to win the Stanley Cup, and that's how you support the team. Good, hard conversations are good. Trust me, it's not bitching and moaning, as long as you come with solutions. And I thought I came up with a couple solutions. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a dumb Devils fan, right? Anyway, Tony P says, Sam Wu, I'm nervous for this game. It's a trap. You hit a nerve, Sam. Again, I'm not trying to be the Howard Stern of New Jersey Devils podcast media, but good. Good I hit a nerve. You know why? Because it means you're passionate. It means you're pissed off. And again, that's how we do it here in Jersey. We may be having tough love. Maybe there's some tough language involved. But guess what? We're from Jersey. And it's all love all around. Trust me on it. Trust me on it. Some of my best friends, our relationship started actually hating each other, wanted to stab each other and kill each other. Figuratively speaking. Or maybe not. I don't know. Stephen Murdoch, I've been a fan since the Mickey Mouse years. Winning is great, but what really matters is what they show. They care as much as I do. Can't agree with you more. And then from there, you have that hard conversation, and then you start making wise decisions on what solutions you are going to partake. In all fairness to Lindy Ruff, after reading Amanda Stein's article, he is trying to get the player's point of view because he understands that things aren't working. What are the coaches not seeing? Good on him. But you still have to hold each other accountable. And you still have to win. And I don't want to point fingers because I'm rooting for all these people. I am rooting for everybody. But at some point, someone's got to step up to the plate and call everyone out. Elias was too embarrassed to talk about the current Devils on Spitting Chicklets podcast, says Tony P. Well, I don't blame him because he loves the team. He doesn't want to talk smack about the team. And I'm the same way. Trust me. I don't like talking smack about the team. I know you don't. I don't like to complain to my friends that are Ranger fans and Flyer fans what our vulnerabilities are. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to hit rock bottom before you can skyrocket up. And again, I feel like maybe the team needs to watch a couple Tony Robbins videos or something, or Gary Vaynerchuk or whoever to motivate them because honestly, the mindset's not there. We need to have a winning mindset and we need to have these hard conversations so we can put good solutions on the table to get this team on a winning track so we can get into the playoffs, make a run, and just maybe we'll get lucky and win the damn Stanley Cup. How about them apples? No soft passes tonight, quick shots on goal. Absolutely. Let's keep it simple. Stupid. Kiss. Got to support the team. Clear defensive zone like your life depends on it. NY Davey. Yes, solutions. I'm getting comments on the YouTube Live. New coach in Elias maybe? ? Corbin. Yes. Solutions. You see, Bold Dia, whatever your name is. This bitching has now turned into solutions to support the team, support the winning, and your New Jersey Devils. What a productive lunch. I didn't even eat yet. But I will save my appetite for Todd's Lounge 973 triple header podcast, starting with Game Day Live, 6 p.m. Eastern. Get there early. It's going to be an awesome night. Podcast through the game. We have Tyre Blazinski, founder of SB Nation, founder of Vox Media, here on State of Fan Address. Nick Villano of Pucks and Pitchforks blog. And then Devils After Dark at Todd's Lounge 973. We're staying late. We've got the beers going. We've got the soda going as well for those designated drivers. Come visit me. Hopefully it will be a happy Devils recap. But we shall see. Oh, yeah. Catfish. Yes. Thank you, Corbin. Catfish. Let's go, NY Davey. I love you guys. That's the way to support a team. Crush them with love. Tough love. And just maybe we'll have the solution to get us out of this 4-game losing streak and start winning. Well, this is the Woo Report. Till next time, Devils fans. Gotta support the team. Let's go, Devils.